Everything is wrong.
What was that question you asked me? Am I a what?
Male lady builder.
A male lady and a builder.
Yes.
Why did you ask me if I'm a male lady and a builder?
Because you take mail.
And how am I a builder?
Because you work on your computer.
And what I be doing when I be working on my computer?
Be doing stuff. Be doing your work.
Where did we just come from?
Huh?
Where did we just come from?
The house.
And what was going on at the house?
We were fixing
What was we fixing?
the drain pipe.
The drain pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
And it broke and it was leaking everywhere.
It was leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
How did we have to fix it?
With tools.
With tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
So any given time, as a landlord, things can happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes emergencies happen and you have to be available and ready, or have a plumber or someone that's in that trade to fix the things that's broken. And that's what we had to do today, right?
Yeah.
We had to be the person. You know what? I realized today the importance of having a lockbox. Because if I was my lips are so chapped, you guys. If I was at work today,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to get off fast enough. Well, I don't think I moved fast at all today. But I probably wouldn't have been able to get off fast enough to get back to my car, to drive all the way up to this property to figure out what's going on. And if I had a lockbox at the property, when my contractor got there, he could have called me, video chatted me, and told me what was going on. I think I realized the importance of having a lockbox, because I'm not going to always be able to be there all the time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have fun, or was it interesting to see?
What?
Like the leak and everything that went on, and we had to get the tools, and we had to leave and go get the tools and then come back and fix it?
Yeah, but that was that was different. The sound, the water, I don't think water bubbles.
Well, the water was, it was profusely coming out of. But you can, when I come down, you can see the water. So you see it, you can hear it. It's running. So let me run over here real fast. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's water here. The water's shooting out of there. So I'll post another video so you can see it kind of really good, but you can hear that water going. It must have been frozen and then it bust. So the pipe had bust because it was cold. In the wintertime, what happens is the pipe busts sometimes, and it just so happened that the pipe busts. I mean,
when we bust a lip.
Like when you bust your lip.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it could be like when you bust your lip. Sir, it's a green light. Green light. Yeah. I guess it could be like when you bust your lip. However,
Mom,
yes, but
look at phone.
oh, did it come on?
I think so.
Let's see. Oh, it's only at 7%. You're not gonna talk to me no more once the phone come on, because then you're gonna be wanting to watch the phone. You're not gonna be having the conversation with me. I just wanted to know. I'm grateful that you were able to see it. Kind of, just so happened you were with me today, so you can see.
We don't have enough power. Still no more power.
Just only a little bit. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for it to get come on now.
Okay. Do we have a lot of power?
Give me a second. You're making me lose my train of thought. What was I saying? What was I talking about? The fact that you were able, the plumbing today, the fact that you were able to be there with me and see it, just to kind of get an understanding of, sometimes you're going to have to be available if in fact you're your own GC, if you're your own general contractor.
Yeah.
But if I have someone that's willing, like today I have a contractor that I'm working with, and just so happened
Who
that
are you working with?
Joe, the guy that came, that was, didn't you see him? The one that stopped you from running?
Who?
Oh my gosh. The guy that was there fixing the pipe skating.
Oh yeah, the one that says stop running, and then I stopped.
Yes. So, I'm sorry, you guys, trying to log on to this phone. But just trying to let you know that you're going to have to be available. Somebody has to be available just in case. It's always good to have a contractor. It's always good to have relationships with people, relationship with a good contractor that you can trust. Somebody that you can say, hey, listen, just give me a call. Let me know what's going on. In this case, they were able to help assist. They were able to help me and assist. The water department actually came out. I apologize. I had seen somebody and I waved. The water department actually came out. So this is what happened. My neighbor up next door called my phone and was like, hey, listen, we're hearing water coming through the house. And I'm in my head, I'm like, yo, how I'm getting water, right? When I know I cut the water off. Like, I have the water in the inside of the house off only because I did not want any leaks or anything like that. So I was thinking ahead of the game, and I cut the water off. The house needs to be rehabbed, and there's no one in the property. So I automatically was like, let's cut this off. I think we had another issue where a little bit of water was somewhere, and I was like, up to prevent that from flowing and the water keep leaking from out of the bathroom. It was a pipe in the bathroom, and I was like, to prevent that from leaking, let's just cut the water off. So that's what I did even before the winter even hit. This was back in the summertime, sometime before fall and everything. The summertime was nice and hot outside. So now fast forward, the winter came, and she's saying that it's water running. I'm like, water? Like, miss, like, how you talk about some water running? So I'm like, all right, but I ain't taking for nothing because it could be. But since I have the availability today, let me go ahead and check. So I didn't rush. Like I said, I did take my time. I did not rush. And then I literally just went and was like, when I finally got here, I called the contractor. I was like, listen, meet me at the house at this, I'll be there. I'll call you when I'm a couple minutes away. Just meet me at the house and we can move forward.
Are you still talking?
So, as I did that, he meets me before he gets there. What do I see? Water. All this water is like, you can hear the water coming as soon as you walk up. Here you go. Please just give me a second, okay? You can hear all the water just rushing. So I'm like, dang, like, it really is water coming out of this joint. I'm glad and grateful that she called me. So I'm like, okay. I go and I go in the basement. It's water in the basement, but it's not super flooded. But the lady said that her daughter heard this several days ago. But it's only in God's mercy that they still was able to call me to say, hey, it's water today, right? Because it could have never been called. So what she did was she called the water department as an emergency because she said that she could still hear the water coming through, and she called me. I wound up coming before to the water department. I seen the water. The contractor seen the water. My contractor seen the water. We left. We went over to, where did we go? We went over to Home Depot. We grabbed what did we grab? We grabbed a water key because he was like, my water key don't have it. So we grabbed the water key, and we grabbed what else did we grab? We grabbed the water key, and we grabbed the piece to connect the valve, because when he tried to turn the valve, it cut off. I'm gonna show y'all a video. I got a video of what happened. So it cut off, literally, it just cut off. And so we wound out having to go. When we went back, my train of thought, I apologize. We went and we grabbed the water key. We grabbed the piece, the valve, the shut off. Thank you, the main shut off valve, because that piece, when he went to turn it, it's a copper. it popped. The top part popped. So then he used the pliers to turn it. It wouldn't cut off. The piece wound out coming out. So it's a connected piece on the sides, and then it's the piece up top that turns the valve. That whole thing technically was broke. So we took the little piece out. We went to the store and they was like, they didn't have the piece. Home Depot was like, this is a whole piece. That's the piece that you have is just a piece, like the guts. They call it the guts of it. The guts of this plumbing piece. So I was like, okay. So we literally had to grab a whole new piece. Instead of grabbing the one with the circle, we grabbed the one with just like a handle, like a one handle, right? So we grabbed that shutoff valve. We were able to go back. And when we went back, the water department is at the house. So I'm like, what's going on? What's up? Like, you know, I'm testing him. Like, I'm sending questions, shooting to figure out like where he at with it. He like, oh, I can't get to your piece because it's clogged and I can't get down there to clean it out. It looks like it's shifted. I'm opening up the pipe. I'm like, yo, this pipe is literally shifted. Whose fault is this? He was like, it's yours. How? Nigga, I don't own the daggone street. I don't own the sidewalk. For real, we want to talk. I don't own underneath it. So how is that my responsibility? Although, you know, I got a little excited. He was like, anything, you know, off the main, that's the clients. I'm like, this some BS. They need to redo them laws because I don't understand that. Nonetheless, I said, okay, cool. So I looked at him and he was like, well, I couldn't turn it off. I said, no, that was the Lord that wouldn't let you turn that off because he know exactly what I need. Let me tell you something. It was nothing but God that did not allow that water department man to cut off my water from the street. Because then they would have been like, the water was cut, blah, 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 blah. It would have been a whole thing. And then I would have had to get stuff to cut it back on, or I might have had to get a permit to do this and do that. I know that house needs to be rehabbed. You're not going to have me have extra stuff happen and going on. So I was so grateful. And I said to him in his face, no, it was nothing but the Lord God himself that did not allow you to cut that water off before I got here. So he was like, yeah. So then he even tried a second time while I was there. And then he says, oh, see, listen, let me show you. I can't get in it. So he took the water. His water key was longer than mine. He took the water key and he put it in there. He's like, I can't get it. It's shifted. I'm probably catching the back of it. So he put this little tool down there that grabs the dirt or unclogs it. And it's grabbing. And he's like, see, now he did grab dirt when he did it. But he was like, it's just grabbing dirt. It's not grabbing nothing. So I was like, oh, okay, you know. I ain't saying nothing else. My plumber wound out coming. He changing his shoes out. He putting his water boots on because we already know what we dealing with. He putting this stuff on or whatever. He get out there. Let me tell you something. He said, let me try it. He takes our water key. Like I said, it was much shorter than that man's water key. We put that water key in there from Home Depot. Good looking Home Depot. I appreciate it for the water keys that y'all was selling today. Although it was a lot of money, I appreciate it. I'll tag you guys in this. But Home Depot came through like the woo today, and we put that water key in there. He shimmied whatever he had to do, and he said, and I was like, did he just cut that? The guy was like, oh, it got to be parallel to the street. Say no more. He did some more shimmying and was able to turn that water right off. And I think it was like real low at first. He was like, I could still hear it. He was like, hold on, give me a second. So my plumber went back out there. My contractor went back out there, and he wound out getting in his car. So I said to him, I'm like, well, what's going on or whatever? You know what I'm saying? So he said, give me a minute, V. Went back out. You go ahead. He went back out. He was like, give me a minute. That water off. I said, hold on. He went back out. He did some more. He came back. I said, no, I don't hear that water. He's like, it's off. Did what they needed to do. Turned around. The waterman in the car. So I go to the car. I was like, oh, what's that? What you writing up? I see you typing in your notes. What you doing? What you typing up against me? I see you typing in your notes. He said, no, I'm just saying that you got your plumber on site and y'all taking care of it and you handling it. I said, oh yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. You can write those notes to let them know I'm aware of it and I'm okay with what's going on. He said, yeah. I was like, all right, good luck and thank you. You know, nothing else crazy happened. We went back in the house. He was able to fix it. He had to cut one end Now, mind you, I still had some stuff. I don't know what I just did with it. I might have put it in my car that just said. I literally had it was a water issue that I had before. When we first took the house over and I was doing some stuff, it was a water issue and we had to cut the water off. That's what made me cut the water off the first time. I'll tell you about that story later. When I wound out having to go to Home Depot or Lowe's to go get some pieces to put caps on so that the water wasn't coming out the places where we took the washing machine and the dryer and stuff from. We took the washing machine and we had to cut it, but the piece was too hard. It wouldn't turn, so water was still gushing. So I was going to cut the pipe, cap it, and I'm telling you, I became Bob the Builder. Being a landlord, you become Bob the Builder. Like, I'm telling you, it's like Bob the Builder. So I was going to cap it and put it back, but I never did that. So what I did was, let me show you. I had bought this piece from Cobalt. Is it from Cobalt? I don't know if you can see it. We just put it in this bag or whatever. But this cuts your pipes. Okay, so good shout out to Cobalt for their pipe cutter that I had got, and I think I got that from Lowe's if I'm not mistaken, but could have been Home Depot too, one of them too. But I got my supplies from there because I needed to cut the pipe in order to put the cap there. So he said that we used that because that was brand new. I literally still had it in the pack because I never used it because somebody might have helped me. Turn around and we were able to cut the pipe with that. He was able to add the new shutoff valve behind the old shutoff valve. He could have did it in front, but the pipe was kind of bent, so we didn't do that. I'll show some video or a picture of it.
Able to cut it off.
And you'll see that here.
It's not gonna come out.
No, that's it. It stops here.
We wind out having to
So you think we should be all right?
reconnect it. And then he was able to shut it off. And he's like, you're good now.
What
I
you
said,
gonna
any
try
water
to
gonna
put it
come
back
out?
in?
You know, I get the extra 50 questions. Any
Unless
water
you
gonna
cut the
come
wire
out?
some
Is
and
what's
then
gonna happen next? He said, no, you're fine. It's shut off. It's the valve is the new shut off valve. And now behind that, even if it was water coming here, when it gets to this, it's shut off. So you learn many different things being around. You learn. I know for me, I love it. I want to know what's happening. I want to know what's doing. So like I was taking videos. I was looking. Mind you, I was between his legs, not physically between his legs. That sounds weird. But his legs were like, he was standing in position. I had the light. And I stooped down and I'm videoing because now I want to see what's happening, see what's going on. And I want to capture stuff for you guys. I want to be able to capture stuff for me. I want to understand the dynamics of this stuff, whether it's plumbing, whether it's electrical, whatever it is. I mean, if anything that I can be there and I can get an understanding of some things, I do it. And so that helps me feel like I did something at my property or I was there or whatever the case may be. Now I may not physically have done it, but then I get to ask questions or I may throw a suggestion and they may be like, you know what, that makes sense. Or you know what, no, you can't do that because of X, Y, and Z. You kind of know your property. If this is a property that I have no idea of and I don't know what's going on, come on, sweetheart, and I don't know what's going on, then yeah, you let the person do what they're going to do. But when you don't know, when you know your property, you can say, hey, listen, this doesn't make sense. I know that this is going to happen or that's happening or whatever the case may be. How can we figure this out, right? And so that's what I did. I was like, you know what about doing it behind or what about doing it here? And he was like, no, because the pipe is bent, you can't do it in the front. I was like, we'll do it in the back. Then we realized that the piece from that water was tearing everything up. The piece from behind the water meter wound out breaking off as well. So there was a lot of stuff going on. Again, it's new. I need new plumbing, new electric. The house needs a full rehab, but I'm grateful that I was able to get to the house. I was able to do what needed to be done. I was able to be there for the emergency. And so that's the part that I want to explain to you, that you have to be able to have somebody on site, on deck. On deck means available. I don't want you to be like, what does on deck? What is she talking about on deck? Be available. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, don't mean to say yeah, I'm saying. Be available. Be available. So I just wanted to hop on to kind of tell you guys that. And now I got to go to another property because he was looking for some towel that I said, I think I have this towel. And when I looked at it, I'm like, that's the same towel that's on my kitchen floor. And I believe I had a box or a portion of a box left. So he really did me a bang up job today, and if I have that towel, I will give that to him. I don't care nothing about that towel. I don't use it. I said I would keep it just in case if something happened to my kitchen floor, but I think this was a better trade-off. Now granted, he made, you know, whatever, I still had to handle that, but I definitely feel like I want to be able to give something, because he definitely gives to me over and over and over again. And so as a contractor, I appreciate that. Him being a contractor, that helps me. He has his own stuff, his own business that he's doing, but when I call, if I need him, he's right there. He don't, you know,
help.
within the next day or so. Give me a second.
It didn't go off.
Okay, within the next day or so, he's right there. So I really appreciate that. But I just wanted to kind of hop on and tell you guys that, and have that little moment with you. Is this the right time? Is it really 4:30? Oh my Jesus, have mercy on my soul. 4:20 probably. Yep. But I just wanted to hop on and give you guys that insight. And I'm at this other property, so I'm going to hop off real quick, and I'm gonna see what I gotta do. See if I can find what I need here. Peace. See y'all. Talk to you later.